This is the best way to set up Drizzle. Once you're done installing Drizzle and Drizzle kit and setting up the basic stuff, the next thing you want to do is create another config file apart from the default one you already created. So you usually have a drizzle.config.ts file where you want to go ahead and create another config file. So it could be any name .config.ts. So we're going to call it drizzle-dev. This config file is going to be for our development environment. The drizzle config will look like your everyday drizzle config, and for the drizzle-dev.config, it's going to look very similar, but it's going to be for the local environment. So mine is just pointing to my SQLite database since I'm using SQLite for this demo. And after you're done with that, what you want to do is move over to your package.json file. And in your package.json file, you are going to set up some scripts. I have a couple of scripts here, about 6. You can have less, you can have more. And the scripts are very simple and follow a very similar pattern. I have db colon push, and everything that kind of just has db colon something is for local development. Now, when we're talking about the production environment, we're going to column and then prod. We're going to prefix it with a column and then prod. So as you can notice, we have db colon push, that is basically the script for drizzle kit push, and then we'll tell you that the config it should use is the drizzle-dev.config.ts. So I'm pointing it to this config file that I created right here. But for the push to production, I also have db colon push colon prod, and that doesn't have to point to any config file because of if there is no config file set, it's going to use the default config file, which is usually drizzle.config.ts. And I have for migrate, I have for generate, I have for studio, and I have for the rest of whatever scripts that I'll be using. So this is very easy setup. It's very clean. It allows you to work with Drizzle in the local environment purely clean and work with the production environment fairly clean as well. So let me know what you think, and you can put that in your comment section, the kind of setup you do when you're working with Drizzle.